Alrighty, we have a outlet for an ice cream machine. It requires its own dedicated circuit. Here in the country I was born in, we use a 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps, 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps. For most of your branch circuits, for like your lights and your outlets and dedicated circuits for smaller machines. So I'm going to show you how to wire this. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare or the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a switch loop or a 220 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. So I'll show you how to hook this outlet up. And it'll be for a dedicated circuit for like an ice cream machine. It draws like maybe 7 amps, but it should be on its own circuit. Okay, on the receptacle, you will see a brass colored screw, the same as you do on your duplex. A silver colored screw, the same as you do on your duplex. And a green screw, the same as you do on your duplex receptacles for both 15 and 20 amp. So first we'll get our ground wires together. Push our wires back up to go to our box, into our junction box up above in the attic. So we're going to make a ground wire to bond to our box. So we'll strip a piece here. Make a tail to go to our box. You always make your loop the direction your screw turns. And I'll bend it out like this to make it easy to go in. I'll put my screw in here like this. Close my wire around the screw, the direction that our screw is going to be turning here. And I'll put it into our ground hole up above here. So that way our box is grounded. And now we'll get our tail wire to go to our receptacle. And we'll strip our black and white. Take off about 1 inch. My strippers are getting a little dull. So what I do is I take all my ground wires. I'll get my insulation even here at the bottom. And I'll clip the coppers so they're all even at the top. Get all our conductors even at the end here like this. Get them all the same length. Get them lined up so they're even. Take our wire nut. Now if they were live conductors, I'd make sure the insulation goes into the bottom of the wire nut, but I will here too, and they're all inside the bottom portion of the wire nut. So we could fold this into our box like this. So that's bonding our box and our receptacle. So now we'll hook our outlet up. So this green wire goes on the green screw, which is your ground. So you make your loop the direction your screw turns. Make sure it's nice and tight. Now, see the silver screw is our wider slot, and if it's a 20 amp, it'll be a T slot like that. The white wire goes on that silver screw. Put it around the screw the direction your screw turns. Make sure we don't get our insulation caught under the screw head. Like that, we have a very nice connection. Now we'll flip it around this way and we'll get our black wire onto our brass screw. Goes our loop the direction the screw turns. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, now we'll fold our wires into our box. So we'll go, we want to keep our ground facing down, so we'll go up and down with our black and white here. And our ground wire will just stay where it is, and we'll just put it into our box like this. Look and make sure this screw doesn't hit our conduit connector here. Yep, that's going to hit our conduit connector, so we're going to take it out and we'll clip it. We'll just, I missed my cutters that had the screw cutter in it. Okay, we got it all nice and tight. I'll finish it by hand so I don't strip my holes out. Okay, now I'm going to go flip our circuit breaker on, and you'll hear it click when I turn it on probably. And we'll use our cobalt multimeter to check for the voltage. Okay, I'm at the breaker box now, and I'm going to turn it on. All right, so now we'll check for voltage. Okay, we put this there. We have 600 volts, 200 volts. Those are our two choices there. So we're going to have it on 200 volts. It's the lowest setting on the meter. That's above the voltage that's at the power here. So we're going to put one in here on our neutral. It doesn't matter which one you put in there, the red or the black. And we have 120 volts. Now between the black and the ground we have 120. And between the white and the ground we have nothing. And we have a polarity tester also that checks the polarity of the outlet. And we'll plug this in. Now you won't be able to see this because the lights point towards me. And the two are lit that say that it is correct. Peace. Thanks for watching.